Hi friends. So my toddler is sleeping, so this Shopmystash is going to have a bit of a ASMR feel to it. I'm not going to whisper, but I'm going to speak kind of quietly. Okay, so here's a quick look at my vanity. So first item up to update you is my foundation. As you can see, it's almost done. It's hard to tell, but there's maybe like 3 uses left. So I'm so happy about that. So I didn't waste another foundation that went bad in my collection. It's from Beauty Counter called Skin Twin. It actually just won a beauty award. I absolutely love this foundation. As you can tell, I rarely use them down to the last drop. I'm kind of quote unquote forced to because I'm currently pregnant, and Beauty Counter is a very clean, pregnancy safe and breastfeeding safe brand. I am a brand advocate for them, but I also, well, because I love the products. So I truly love this foundation, and I'm so glad that I used it up. So I'm going to be bringing you a new foundation, bring in a new foundation soon, but I'll finish it up and then bring a new one in for next week because I think there's like 2 uses left. Everything else is the same from before, my kind of standby staple items in my collection. Once in a while I'll go over maybe like a section more carefully just to update you on the colors and everything else. But here is the basket of the hour. So this may look a little bit different than what you saw last time. I think I only had 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 items. So these little guys snuck in here, which I found was really cool because over the course of the week, I get some makeup ideas. I want to play with some other products. So I put them in the basket, and then I can report to you after when I do this new switch out. So, okay, so the first thing that snuck in is the Moon Dust Shadow in Space Cowboy from Urban Decay. As you may or may not know, excuse me, Urban Decay has come out with a Moon Dust palette. It's like a 4-pan palette. One of them is this color, and I was very tempted because I love this one, and then I decided to pull it out because, you know, I'm not even using that. Why am I getting a palette? So I've swatched it here for you. As you can see, it's basically like clear sparkles. It's really quite beautiful. The camera doesn't do it justice, but you can get an idea. It's like little stars twinkling on your eyes. There is a kind of a beigey brown like layer underneath, base pigment underneath, but it's not like strong enough to interfere with any eyeshadow look. So I just use this as a topper with any eyeshadow look, and it just adds pure sparkles to the look without disturbing the undertone of the eye look. So I am madly in love with this shadow, and it makes me really want to get the new palette. But you know, if you watch Hannah Louise Poston, her thing is, if you like one shade of the product, you're going to want another shade of it. And you know, it's just how our shopping brain works. But but then she said when she ends up getting other shades, she actually still uses the original shade, and the other shades just kind of sit around. And I feel like that might happen if I were to get the 4-pan, especially given if they all have this strong glitter, and it's not like, you know, they're not very different. So I'm going to swatch it in person once it's available, but the current verdict is I'm not going to get that palette. I'm just going to use and love this one, you know, for a very, very long time first. So second thing is just the Bite Beauty Light 2 Change Maker Press Powder. I was really afraid I was going to be breaking out from it because I break out from powders like 90% of the time, but it worked beautifully. It was blurring. It set my makeup without being chalky. I absolutely love it. I observed my skin very carefully for breakouts, and it was totally fine. So I'm so happy that it worked out. This was like my 3rd time you know, using the powder. So now I know I can safely rotate it into my collection. Currently I'm using this one, Nude by Nature loose powder, to set my makeup. Once that's done, I know I can bring this in every day over to this spot and set my makeup with no risks of breaking out. So I'm so happy about that. So this honey lip gloss from Sephora, I think it's just called, it's like lip honey colorful gloss bomb. So I used it a ton. And I have it here. It's the top gloss. Let's see if it'll focus. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. So as you can see, there's like a honey undertone to it, and I absolutely love it. It's very sheer, but it does give you that kind of honey cast to your lip look. So I really, really love it. And it was moisturizing. It didn't cause my lips to peel, so I'm definitely keeping that in my collection. While I was using it, I spotted this one, the lower one, the gold gloss that I got, that I have from Beauty Counter, called Gilded, from last Christmas. And as you can see, it's gold. So I was wondering how close this would be to that, and if I can potentially declutter one of them if they were very close, but they weren't. This one is gold sparkles, much more of a holiday look. The honey is much more of a caramel look. So to me, there's enough difference to keep both. So I will be keeping both of them. Blush. So this is the Pat McGrath, is it Aphrodite? Let's see. Aphrodite Amore blush, and it's beautiful, but it did not work for my skin tone, which is so interesting because you think it would work. Like, look, it's like a nice peachy pink on my arm anyway, but for some reason, it just looked wrong on my cheeks. Like, it looked too fake almost. It was like it had an artificial flush look. You know, when you know someone's wearing blush and they're not blushing. That was the look it gave me. So I'm definitely not going to keep it, although it hurts me very much to declutter this after like 3 uses. Sorry about the eyeshadow fallout there. I was so sad, but I really decided, I'm like, I'm not going to wear this because as much as the blush was expensive, I'm not going to wear it. So why keep it? So I'm going to either like sell it or declutter it to a dear friend or something like that. It's nice. It looks nice, but it did not look good on my skin, and it didn't break me out, which was nice, but it didn't look good on my skin. And I have to be ruthless with my collection. If I'm not going to use it, and I focused on it for a week, then it's gone, you know. So there goes that one. Finally, the Latte palette from Dominique Cosmetics. This was a hidden gem, you guys. I mean, well, people did rave about it a while back when it first launched a few years ago now, but look at the swatches. The mattes are blendable, the shimmers are shiny. The colorful mattes, they were a little chalkier and harder to blend, but it may be the nature of the shadow. I have created so many different looks with this palette. I had barely used my star palette over there, my Pan That palette, star palette there. I barely used it because this palette was so cohesive, and I just was wildly in love with it. So it's a for sure keep. And I hope to be using it more once I declutter more palettes so I can come back to it. Okay, now, sorry for the long rambles. Let's go shop my stash. Okay, so I decided to go with choosing a palette first because I may not choose another. Well, I won't be choosing an eyeshadow because I was working so intensely on the Latte palette and I neglected my Pan That palette last week, so I really need to work hard on it. So I think I'm going to skip an eyeshadow palette this week, but I'm going to probably pick a face palette. So because this is all my palettes of any type, any combo. So I think I will go ahead and pick this one, the Tan and Glow palette, bronze and tan palette from Natasha. Once again, I bought it. Actually, I forgot to label this. I should with my purchase date. I bought it a while ago, quite a long time ago, and I have not used it. So I will use it next week. It'll be really, really fun. Look how beautiful it is. Barely used. The mirror is not even, the little protective slip isn't even off. So we'll pick that. And then we will put back the palette from this week. So I can't wait to reorganize my palettes. These are keeps. These are declutters, as you know if you watched my videos. So because the Natasha one has bronzer and highlighter, I'm not going to pick those. But I will pick a blush to start out the week with. Let's see, what blush should I pick? You know what? I haven't used all of these. You know what I realized? I have so many peachy blushes. Peach. Oh my gosh, peach. So many peach blushes. Wonder what my favorite color is for blush. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna pick a Chanel blush. Yeah, there's like a neutral one that's a nice one for the fall. No, oh my gosh. This is the problem with Chanel packaging. There we go. Accent. Chanel Accent blush. It's like a nice neutral everyday blush. And because the pat one didn't work out, and look at the mirror. This is supposed to Chanel. I'm not that clean, but I'm also not that hard on my makeup, and the mirrors always fall out. Anyway, beautiful blush. I'm going to be using this for the coming week. Putting this in the declutter pile, so declutters and keeps. Now here, inside here is where I hide my foundations. There's no good spots for it right now. So I'm actually going to pick out also a nearly finished beauty counter product. This is actually our old packaging, Dew Skin. So it's a tinted moisturizer, and I'm just gonna finish it as well. I feel really good about getting a lot of base products out of my collection and while staying safe. So here, oh my gosh, so you may think that this, or you may see that this drawer has gotten even more full. I keep finding lipsticks everywhere, like in my purse, in a spare makeup bag. So every time I see one, I just chuck it in here because I want this to be a very comprehensive look at my lipsticks. So, oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. Oh, this, I realized, looking at my collection over the week, look how it's separated. It's a very old Kylie gloss. It's actually a dupe of Chelsea Girls, and it's called, what's it called? Oh my gosh, it's not focusing. Diva. It was a beautiful gloss. I used it like 3 times. I feel so bad, and it's separated, so I'm not going to risk it, especially being pregnant. And this just needs to go. If I really want it, I'll buy NARS Chelsea Girls, or this I'll repurchase. So this is a automatic declutter. But also, because I have so many lip products, I think I'm going to choose, starting from now, 2 per week so that I can get through this drawer faster. But I still want to really focus on it to make sure I know how I feel. Okay, so let's do cream from Milk. I'm just randomly picking them out at this point. Nice kind of normal nude. So then I'll have to pick something else in a different color family to keep it a little bit more interesting. So maybe this little one, this looks like more of an intense lip gloss. Number 12 from YSL. I think it's just a lip tint, and I'll let you know how I feel about that one. And finally, I forgot to put these lip products back here as keeps. So I know it's still chaotic right now, but once these products are gone, I'm going to put them, hopefully by then the sort of master piles of makeup have been decluttered a bit, and I can put these back nicely. Okay, that's it for this week. See you guys in the next one. Bye.